Amanda here. Today we're going to be doing a core interval workout. So we're going to be doing timed intervals in a Tabata style. And for this, I'm going to be using a volleyball. You can use any type of ball that is between 7.5 and 10 inches in diameter. So something that would fit the relative dimensions of a Pilates mini ball. So we're going to start off with a warm up. So let's start by warming up our upper backs. We're going to place our hands behind our ears, lift the chest. We're going to twist side to side, pulling the shoulder blade back, sitting up as tall as we can. So we're working through spinal rotation here. 2 more. And let's extend our legs outward. We're going to take this into a row. So we're going to start with our palms down, chest lifted, and we're going to row in, pulling the palms inward next to the rib cage, pulling the shoulder blades back, squeezing, pulling the shoulder blades back, lifting through the chest. And you want to keep your head and neck in a neutral position. Nice and easy here. Squeeze and pull back. 2 more. And next, we're going to take it into a shoulder rotation. So place your hands just on top of your shoulders. We're going to start with our elbows facing in, and we're going to pull back and open the chest. So we're squeezing our shoulder blades together. Again, keeping that neck and chin in a neutral position, pulling back, breathing through it. So you're exhaling as you pull. 2 more here. 1 more. Up next, let's go to the shoulders. So we're going to place our palms facing out, sitting up tall. We're going to go into a shoulder press and then pull down into a shoulder pressing movement, pull down. Nice and easy here. Warming up through the shoulders and the upper body. Keep it up. 2 more. Pulling down. And 1 more. Up next, let's warm up our hamstrings. So I'm going to bend one knee. So the bottom of my heel is into the floor. I'm going to lean back with my chest up, and I'm going to actively press my heel down. Breathing through this. You're going to feel that hamstring squeezing. Keep it up, and release. Let's do that once more on this side. Here we go. Exhale, press down. You should feel that hamstring engage. Keep the chest lifted and release. Let's switch it over to the other side. So chest lifted, ready? Let's go. Exhale. Pushing down, pressing that heel into the floor, squeezing through the hamstrings and release. Let's relax here. Take an inhale and let's go again. Pushing down, breathing through it, pressing the heel down toward the floor, working those hamstrings and rest. All right, let's start with our Tabata workout. So the first 2 exercises, we're going to be doing a jackknife crunch with the ball. So I'm going to start with the ball over my head. I'm going to jackknife up, bring the ball to my shins and back down. Our second exercise, we're going to place the ball between the knees, bridge up and squeeze in. We really want to engage our thighs here. So we're squeezing inward using the adductor muscles. All right, let's start with our jackknife. 20 seconds on, 10-second rest in between. Brace the core. We're going to do 2 sets of jackknife. Ready? Let's go. Bring it up and back down. Exhale up. Squeezing the trunk. Slow and controlled. Same speed on the lowering phase as the lifting phase. Exhale. Keep breathing. Rest. Take a breather for 10 seconds and we're going to go again. So we're going to start with our arms overhead, heels out, ankles flexed, shoulder blades down. Ready? Let's go. Jackknife up. Nice and easy. Bracing the trunk. Breathe through this. You got it. 7 more seconds. Keep pushing here. Rest. All right, let's place the ball between the inner thighs. Feet are flat on the floor. I'm going to lift up into my bridge position so my heels are on the floor. I'm going to drive my shoulder blades down, squeeze. So we're squeezing inward. You're going to feel this in the glutes, and you're also going to feel this in the inner thighs, which, as I mentioned earlier, is the adductor. Keep driving those shoulder blades down into the floor. Keep it up, keep it up. Feel that lower back squeezing. Almost there. Rest, lower the hips down. Just relax your legs a little bit. So we're gonna go again, second set of our bridge. Let's get ready to boost up. Here we go, squeeze in. You're squeezing your butt cheeks, you're squeezing the thighs, lifting those hips up high. Keep driving the shoulder blades down into the floor. You wanna keep those hips lifted as much as you can. Breathe through, you can do it. Almost there, rest. All right, let's take it back to 2 more sets of jackknife. So legs are extended, arms are extended, shoulder blades are down. Let's get ready. Here we go. Squeeze it up. Brace the core as you lift. Exhale. Inhale on the way down. Keep breathing through it. Almost there. Rest. All right, take a breather for 10. 1 more jackknife. Arms overhead. Shoulder blades are down. Heels are out. Ready? Let's go. Exhale and squeeze it up. Lift through the core. Bracing the abs. You got this. Keep it up, keep it up. Almost there. Rest. All right, once again, let's place the ball between the inner thighs. Feet are flat on the floor, but weight is on the heels. Drive the shoulder blades down to the floor. Let's squeeze. You're pushing inward. Keep the tension on. It's just 20 seconds. You can do it. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Hips are high. Brace the core, belly button to spine. Almost there. Lower it down. So just relax the legs. We're gonna go back up for 1 more set. So let's get ready. Let's bridge back up. Once again, driving the shoulder blades down. Here we go, squeeze. Tension's on, hips are high. Keep pressing through the heels. You got this. Nice deep breathing. You're almost there. Bracing the core. Rest. All right, lower the hips down. Let's take it to our next round. So on this round, I'm going to place the ball under my lower back. Now, if the ball that you're using is too large for that, you don't have to, you can do this without. So I'm going to set this under the back of my hip bones, and I'm going to come into a bridge position, but this is just helping me stay elevated. I'm not actually resting on it. I'm still lifting. From here, I'm going to lift up onto my toes. So kind of the opposite of a bridge where we're holding with our heels. I'm going to lift my knee, touch my toe down, lift my knee, touch my toe down. The ball is supporting, but I'm not putting my weight on it. In between that, we're going to go into a figure 8. We're going to switch. Now, in this position, I'm putting my heels down in between. If you would like to do that, that's fine. If you want to keep them lifted, that's okay too. Whatever feels right for your hip flexors. So let's get started. Once again, placing the ball under the lower back, lift them onto the toes, lift the hips up high so the ball is just at the top of my butt cheeks. So let's lift one leg, touch down. Lift one leg, touch down. It's very slow and controlled. My lower back and my glutes are stabilizing my trunk. My core is trying not to shift back and forth as I lift my legs. All right, rest. You can just set your bum down on the ball now. You can rest here. So once again, I'm driving my shoulder blades down. I'm gonna lift up onto my toes. Ready? Here we go. Lift up, switch. Keep those hip flexors lifted. So once again, the ball is underneath, but you're not resting. You're keeping your bum as lifted as you can, breathing through this. Almost there. rest. All right, let's take that ball up from underneath. We're gonna go into the figure 8. So as I mentioned, I will leave my feet on the floor. My heels are out. I'm gonna stagger my legs, pass the ball underneath. If you wanna lift both legs, that's fine. So I'm gonna pass, switch, pass, switch. So nice and easy here. I'm lifting up, trying to stabilize my trunk. Breathing through this. If you would like to do a harder version, you can lift both legs and keep them elevated. Rest. So let's rest in between, catch your breath. Once again, you can keep one heel on the floor at all times, or you can lift both legs. Let's get ready. Here we go. Switch, pass, switch, pass. I want you to keep your heels flexed outward. So you don't want your feet to just be relaxed. I want you to actively push your toes up toward the ceiling and your heels are pressed out. You're really gonna feel those core muscles engage as you lift. Rest. All right, let's take it back. Underneath the lower back again. Lift up, bridge. So I'm on my toes. Ready? Here we go. Lift up. Slow and controlled. Touch the toes down. Slow and controlled. Now there's gonna be an urge to lean to one side or the other. And I want you to use your core to stabilize here. Try to prevent yourself from kind of leaning or rolling. Keep pushing through it. Rest. So you can drop your bum down. Breathe through here. Catch a breather. We're gonna come up again for our last set of toe taps. Lift up onto the toes. Here we go. Lift the knee. Touch the toe down. Lift the knee. Touch the toe down. Keep driving those hips up and pushing the back of the shoulder blades down into the floor, stabilizing the trunk. Breathe through it, you got this. Rest. All right, let's take it to our figure 8s. So once again, I'm seated. I'm going to lean back, stagger my feet. I'm going to pass it through. Ready? Here we go. Flex the heels, slow and controlled. Lift from the hip flexor, squeeze the core as you lift. Breathe through this. You got it. And rest. One more of these and then we'll take a water break. So I'm leaning back, lifting through the chest, stagger the legs. Ready? Here we go. Squeeze in. So when you lift the leg, lift with your core. Hip flexor is going to be doing some of the work here, but I want you to lift with those abs. Keep pushing. Breathe through, you got this. Rest. All right, grab a water break here, and we'll go on to our next round. So catch a breather. Up next, we're going to go into a Russian twist. So for this one, I am going to start with the ball overhead. I'm going to touch down, lift up, touch down, lift up. So I'm tapping the ball and angling to the side. And our second exercise, we're going to go into a side plank with the ball underneath the arm. Now with this one, I like to have my knee bent on the side plank. For me, that's better for my ankles. If you like to have your feet stacked in the side plank, you can do that as well. But the goal here is to place the ball under your hand, and I want you to press down while squeezing, forcing the core to brace as you press with your shoulder. All right, let's go to our Russian twist. So, heels are out, toes are up. We're gonna lean back, start overhead, and I'm going to touch down to the side. Ready? Here we go. Touch down and up. Touch down, look to the ball as you touch down to the floor. So you're twisting and bracing. Try to keep your hips and knees facing forward. So try to prevent them from twisting along with you. Rest here. We have another set of our Russian twist coming up. So once again, heels are out, toes are up. Lean back, start with the arms overhead. Here we go. Touch down, bring it up. Touch down, bring it up. Look to the ball as you touch the floor. Keep those heels flexed outward and breathe through this. We're gonna go to our side plank in a few seconds. It's gonna be a quick transition here. Here we go, side plank. So once again, I'm gonna boost up on a bent knee, walk the ball out so my palm is on the ball, lift my chest, ready? Press down. So you're pushing downward, pull your abs in, and you're trying to stay flexed through the upper body, through the core. Now, if your arm needs a break, just relax the arm, take an inhale, and then go again whenever you're ready. Breathe through, rest. Flip to the other side. Again, quick transition here. Place the ball at the side, lift up into the side plank. Palm is on top of the ball, push the chest out. Here we go, press down. Abs are in. Try to pull your belly button into your side. Keep squeezing. Pressing down with that palm. The shoulder, the chest. It's all working to press. Bracing the trunk, keep the belly button in. All right, let's come back to our Russian twist. So let's come to the middle. Heels are out, toes are up. Start with the arms overhead, slight lean back. Ready, here we go. Touch down, up, touch down, and up. Keep breathing through this. Look to the ball as you twist. Try to touch it down to the floor. Going through the full range of motion for those obliques. Rest here. One more set of our Russian twist. So once again, heels are out, toes are up, lean back, arms overhead. Here we go. Touch down and switch. Keep pushing here. You got this. Look at the ball as you touch it down. Keep those knees and hips facing forward. You're almost there. Rest. All right, let's take it back to our side plank. Once again, I'm going to go bent knee. You can go straight leg if you like. Boost up into that side plank position. Press down. Push down with the palm. Once again, if your shoulder is getting tired or you need a breather, just reduce your tension on the ball. Take a breath in and get ready to press down again whenever you need to. Keep pushing through. 3 more seconds. Abs are in. Rest. Let's take it over to the other side. So I'm going to switch. One more set of my side plank here. Let's boost up. Chest is out. Here we go. Press down. Squeeze. Pull the belly button in. Pull the shoulder blades back. You're keeping the chest out and the neck neutral. Keep that tension on the upper body. You can do it. Breathe through this. Rest. Lower it down. So next round, we're going to go to a plank. So I'm going to switch positions here. If you'd like a water break, go ahead. So in this one, I'm going to go into a plank position, but I'm going to place one hand on top of the ball. So in this, I'm going to keep my ball on the floor, but my arms are going to be on my towel or my mat. So I'm going to go into my plank with feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to start with my elbow in. I'm going to roll it out, pull it in, roll it out, pull it in, and then we're going to switch sides. Our exercise in between is going to be a kneeling spinal rotation. So I'm going to take the ball, squeeze it between my bicep and my hand. I'm going to come to a kneeling position, and I'm going to pull my shoulder blade back as I keep tension on the ball. So let's get ready for our side plank, for our regular plank. We're going to place the ball underneath the palm of the hand, go into our plank position. Ready? Here we go. Let's roll out so it's underneath our forearm and back. Now try to stay stable as you're stretching outward. Brace the trunk. Try not to twist too much. There might be a little twisting of the hips to offset the position, but try to stay stable through your core as you breathe through this. All right, lower your hips down. Switch sides. So once again, we're going to come into that plank. Place it under the hand. Ready? Let's go. Switch. You're exhaling and pushing out. Stabilizing the trunk. Breathing through this. Rolling in and out. Stretching out that back. Keep it up. Keep it up. You're almost there. rest. All right, let's go to our kneeling position. I'm going to take my ball, place it between the bicep and the hand, squeezing in so tension is on. And I'm going to twist and look to the side. Here we go, twist. Brace the trunk here, twist. So we're pulling the shoulder blade back, keeping the hips and knees parallel to the floor and pointing forward. Push through this, you got it. 4 more seconds. Keep that tension on. Switch it up. So I'm gonna go to my other side, placing the ball underneath my palm, just on top of my bicep, flat back, squeeze it in. Here we go, twist up, look to the side. Exhale as you lift. And one side might feel a little tighter than the other, and that's okay. We are trying to work through the range of motion here, so do what feels right for your back and your shoulders. Rest. All right, let's go back to our plank. So, plank position, feet shoulder width apart, palm on top of the ball. Ready? Here we go. Roll it out, pull it in, roll it out, pull it in. Brace those abs. You can do it. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Exhale as you roll out. Push through this. Keep your neck neutral. Lower your hips down. Take a breather here. Switch to the other side. Plank position. Ready? Here we go. Press it out. Pull it in. Press out. Pull in. Brace the core. You can do this. Push through, push through. Heels are back. Pull your belly button inward. You can do this. Lots of shoulder movement here. All right, kneeling. So once again, resting on my bicep, pressing with my palm. Flat back. Ready? Here we go. Let's rotate. I'm rotating, twisting, keeping tension on the ball. So my back and my biceps are doing the work here. Keep breathing here. Exhale up. You can do it. 5 more seconds. Rest. Take it to the other side. Once again, on top of the bicep, palm on top of the ball, flat back, chest out. Here we go. Rotate and twist. Push through this. You got it. Back is flat, abs are in. Pull that belly button in. Keep the neck neutral. Keep pushing down on that ball. All right, let's switch to a seated position and go into our next round. So for this one, I'm gonna go into a crunch, but oftentimes we use our arms for momentum in a crunching position. This one is going to prevent us from using our arms. We're going to keep our elbows in so they're perpendicular or parallel to one another, pressing our palms into the ball, and we're going to squeeze and lift. So this is making it so our elbows are tucked in and we can't use them for momentum. In between, we're going to go into a dead bug. So once again, we're going to place the ball between the legs, and we're going to squeeze and brace, and we're pulling inward with the core while we hold that core position. So let's get ready here. All right, let's place the ball between the palms. Elbows are in tight. The ball is over my forehead. Small crunch. Now the goal here is to just lift your shoulders off the floor. So we're still pushing our lower back down into the floor. Exhale up. Inhale down. Just a small crunching movement. Rest for 10. Relax your arms. So once again, we're going to place that ball between the palms, over the forehead, squeeze it in. Here we go. We're pressing up, crunching, lifting the shoulder blades off the floor. Try to keep your heels on the floor for this movement as much as you can. Push the lower back down into the floor. All right, let's place the ball between the thighs. We're going to lift our hips up, so our hips, knees, and ankles are at 90, and we're gonna drive our shoulder blades down. Ready? Squeeze in. So you're gonna feel the core bracing. We're just holding, but we're squeezing. Now, if there's any lower back discomfort here, just pull your knees in a touch, and that can help to alleviate some of that. It helps to press the lower back down into the floor. Keep driving those shoulder blades down and rest. Relax your arms and legs down. We're gonna go again. So let's get ready here. Let's lift up. Ready? Squeeze in, drive the shoulder blades down, push the lower back down into the floor. Keep squeezing inward. The more you squeeze in, the more you're gonna feel your core engage. Keep the heels pressed out. Toes are up. Flex your core here. Breathe through, breathe through. Almost there. Rest. All right, grab the ball between the palms. Knees are bent, feet are on the floor. We're gonna press inward. Ready? Here we go. Crunch it up. And just these slight pressing movements, by keeping tension on arms or legs, can make the core work a lot harder than if we're just holding, or as I mentioned earlier, it can help us prevent using momentum from our arms or legs when we do core work. Rest. Lower down. We're gonna have one more set of crunches here. So place the ball between your palms, press in. Ready? Let's go. Arms are perpendicular. The ball is aligned with my forehead. Lift the shoulder blades off the floor. So I'm squeezing my abs. Keep pushing through. You got this. 5 more seconds. Squeeze inward. Rest. All right, let's place it between the knees. Squeezing in, heels out, arms are up, and we're gonna drive those shoulder blades down. Ready? Press in. As I mentioned earlier, if there's any lower back pain here, just pull your knees in a little bit. It'll help you to press your lower back down toward the floor. Breathe through, breathe through. Heels are out, keep squeezing inward. Bracing the trunk. Rest. Take a breather, catch your breath. We have one more of these. So once again, squeezing inward, drive the shoulder blades down. Let's go, squeeze. Flex the heels outward, toes are up toward the ceiling. So we don't want the feet to be floppy or resting. We want to keep pushing it outward, keep the core engaged. Press the lower back down toward the floor. Bracing your abs here, keep squeezing in. Rest. Grab a breather, grab some water. So we have one more round. And it is going to be a V-sit. Once again, we're going to squeeze in with the palms. So take the ball between your hands. There are 2 options here. You can either have your heels on the floor, again with your toes flexed up, or you can lift off the floor. Whatever is better for your lower back is fine here. We're gonna take the ball between the hands and we're gonna press inward while we hold and brace. And we want the core and the upper torso leaning back about 45 degrees. In between, we're gonna take it into a bent knee, windshield wiper. We're gonna place our hands at our sides and we're going to twist side to side, rocking back and forth on our hips. And that's gonna feel nice for our lower back. All right, let's get ready here. So we are going to bring the toes up, heels out, lean back with the torso, place the ball between your palms. Ready? Squeeze. So as I mentioned, you can keep your heels on the floor as I'm doing, or you can lift them up if you want to make the exercise more difficult. Keep squeezing in, pull the shoulder blades back. That's gonna engage those traps. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You got this. Rest. One more here. So heels are out, toes are up. Lean back. Ready? Press in. But make sure you're pulling the shoulder blades back at the same time as pressing your pecs together. Again, that's going to engage the traps. All those muscles in the upper body are braced and squeezing. Keep it up, keep it up. You got this. Almost there. Rest. All right, let's place the ball between the knees. So we're going to tuck our knees in, placing our hands on either side in a T, and we're just going to rock side to side here. This one should not feel particularly difficult. It should actually feel good for the lower back. The obliques are stabilizing as you rock back and forth, but the lower back should feel pretty nice here. Rest. Put those legs down, give the hips a little break. We're gonna do this once more. Place the ball between the thighs, make a T, rock side to side. So you're squeezing in, the obliques are bracing, but this one shouldn't feel particularly challenging. Nice and easy here. Rest. All right, let's take it up to seated. We have another set of V-sit. So once again, toes up, heels out. Place the ball between the palms, set the shoulder blades back. Let's go, press in. Pull your belly button in, bracing your core as you hold that lean. Try to stay stable here. Keep it going. Push through, push through. Rest. One more of these, and then we're gonna do 2 sets of mobility before we start to cool down. So, heels are out, toes are up. Ready? Here we go, press. Squeezing and bracing. You can do it. So we're not gonna do the windshield wipers on the next set. We're actually gonna come up to a seated cross-legged position. Keep pushing in, keep pushing in. You can do it, you're almost there. All right, cross-legged. We are going to pass the ball behind the head, going through some shoulder mobility. Ready? Here we go. Sitting tall, pass the ball here. So you're going chin behind the head, chin behind the head. Lifting the chest. You're pulling that shoulder back, working the range of motion. Remember which direction you went in, because we're going to switch on the next set. So try to go the opposite way. Whatever felt natural to you is going to feel a little awkward in the other direction. Ready? Here we go. So you might not have as good grip on this or as good mobility. Just go through that shoulder range of motion here, pulling the shoulder blades back. Breathing through this, lift those shoulders high, keep the neck in a neutral position. And rest. All right, let's lower it down. We're gonna stretch it out. So we're gonna start with our glutes. Cross the right leg over, turn the knee out, push the heel out, support behind the leg, and then drop your head down. So you're relaxing your upper body as much as you can while still pulling inward. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Basically just your grip is working to pull inward here. Nice, easy breathing. And let's lower it down. Let's switch it out. So we're going to cross our left leg over our right, support behind the right leg. Flex at the ankles so you're pushing the heels out. Drive the shoulder blades down into the floor and relax the head. So once again, relax your upper body as much as you can in the stretch while still pulling inward. And anytime we do a lot of crunches or a lot of core, there's a lot of hip flexor. So we're gonna go into a hip stretch here. This one's called Happy Baby. We're gonna place our hands on the outside of our feet. Relax the shoulders down toward the floor and just gently use your hands to pull your feet down. So we're opening up the hips. Nice and easy here. Breathing through this. And as your hips start to open up, you might feel like you can relax the upper body a little bit more or drive your shoulder blades down a little bit more. So you might not feel quite as rounded through the chest and shoulders as the hips start to relax here. And let's bring the knees in toward the chest. So we're just going to gently hug them in. Use your palms to pull your shins inward and just tucking your lower back in. And we're going to keep our knees in this position, but we're going to make a T with our arms and then drop both knees down to the side. And you can readjust your shoulder position here so they're relaxing downward. And we're stretching through the lower back and all the muscles that surround the spine. Nice and easy. Relax your head. Drop the back of the shoulder blades down to the floor. And you can even adjust your palm position if you need to turn one palm up. That might even feel better for you. Depends on shoulder mobility and range of motion. And let's take it over to the other side. So let's lift both legs up and then drop them down. Ooh, just gonna move the volleyball. And once again, just readjust your shoulder position. Breathing through this. Relaxing the shoulders down, bracing the core here. So the belly button is pulled in, but the shoulders are down. And oftentimes with crunches, I feel like I've been pulling inward so much I want to stretch out. So let's extend our feet out, arms overhead with the palms up away from us, and let's just stretch. We're pressing our heels out. We're pushing our palms up. Breathing through this, elongating the body, and then relax it down. We're going to do this once more. Push everything outward. Elongating the legs and the arms. And relax. We'll come up to a seated position. And I want to stretch out the neck here. Again, oftentimes with core work, we tend to overuse the neck. As our core gets stronger and stronger, we'll use less of those neck muscles and more of the abs and the obliques. So we're going to take our hand, place it just above the top of the ear, and just gently pull down. Take your other hand and press the palm down toward the floor at your side. Nice, easy breathing here. So exercises that are really good if you find you have a sore neck after doing core work, things that will keep your neck in an absolutely neutral position while you're doing it, switch sides, are planks, side planks, dead bugs. Those are all going to work the obliques and the abdominals while keeping the neck in a neutral position. And anything that we do with the squeezing. So for example, we did the dead bug with the ball squeezing inward, and you can feel your core brace there, but your neck is not lifting off the floor. So if you find crunches problematic, those are great options for working your core. And let's lift up and let's shake it out. We're just gonna extend our fingertips out. We did a lot of squeezing inward, and then relax the hands once more. And relax the hands. We're all done for today. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you again next week.